sabi ko dito, yung sabi ng mga kolumnista, yung mga bright dyan, where's the big fish? Well, I'm sorry to say to you that the big fish is in China. If you want to get an international warrant, I'll go there and arrest the idiots. But until now, wala talaga tayong magawa. But I have to destroy the apparatus. Nakagano na yan eh. At kung hindi ko ubusin dito, the supply and the demand, wala talagang mangyari. At ako, hindi ako nagpapayabang. Were it another nanalo, maghirapan pa. Mahirapan ang Pilipinas. Kung iba ang nanalo, hindi ako magyabang. But Davao City is like that because ganun talaga. You go out of my city or kill you. Period. Why? Because you're destroying my country. You're destroying the young of this. Ang mga anak natin, di na makalabas, takot. Sakay sa jeep, may hood upper. Tapos yung iba, pati, why do you think that I won by landslide sa labas ng mga boto? It's because of insecurity. Na yung gamit nila ng pera, pinaghirapan nila sa loob, malulong sa droga ang anak, that's a family dysfunction, by the way. Kaya nakakaawa eh. The mother is there. Dito ang tatay, walang asawa. And even by biology, magkagulo talaga ang pamilya. O yung iba't dalawang nanay pati tatay. You can just imagine the dysfunction of the family. Maawa ka sa Pilipino. Padre, hindi ako komunista. Pero may dimension sa buhay ko, socialism ako. Kasi anak lang ako ng gulo. Nakatikim ako ng kami. Like I can remember 1956, na-demolish yung bahay namin sa Davao. When my father thought that it was a wetland. Basta of course, yung pala, Mindanao was divided so many years ago dito lang sa Maynila. When they opened up Mindanao, ito, pare, may bakante ito, bakas wa. And I cannot blame them. For after all, at that time, when Mindanao was being divided, the Philippines was very big. With 104 million ngayon, ang Pilipinas naging unsealed. We are the number 2 in birth rate. Tapos ang ating economic growth nandito sa baba. Kaya ako tumakbo kasi nakita ko, it was government itself oppressing the people. Bugbog ang tao talaga. Permit, lisensya, lahat na. Every time ang pobre pagdating, lagyan pa ng bala. Ay nako. And it was, I'd like that, puro kay military. It was Ramos who went there long before. And he was pleading and he showed to me. So alam na namin pati si Ramos noon pa. Ayaw lang niya, but he was sad. Sabi niya, he was the father of the police. Tapos ganun ang nangyari. PNP, PCINP yun noon, nag-merge. So I really cannot, sabi niya, I need somebody to fix government. You. Sabi ko, sir, ayaw ko, sir, wala akong pera. Ayan, ikaw. Makbo ka na, I did not file. Galit siya pumunta sa Davao. Sabi ko, sir, wala akong pera. Ayaw ko. Manambak mo. Kami daw sa presidente ko yan. I got it from my friends. You have the seed money. Run. So, araw-araw tanawagan niya ako, pilitan talaga akong mag-substitute. Yan talaga totoo. Is there alive? You ask him. Ganon, alam mo, ang problema, korupsyon, pati sabi niya, parang ang panahon ko sa pagka-president, so wala akong was not able to introduce anything that is a life-changing story for all of us. Ganon. Then comes itong gusto ko, I'm addressing to the wife. I'm trying to save lives. Kaya ako, I hit the ground running, offered peace to everybody. To the communists, to the MI and men. Pero yung mga kriminal, wala akong ano. I cannot go into itong Abu Sayyaf. Those are the enemies that have to be destroyed. Talagang, you have to just destroy them. Pero for the sake of peace and save life, we're spending billions, and I hate to, sign a paper ng mayor ako to buy bullets just to kill a Filipino. Ito ng mga komunista, kaibigan kami. They are socialist, but they are Communist Party of the Philippines. I am just socialist in my dimension kasi anak ako ng mahirap. I hate government and anyone oppressing the people. Tanimbala, yung mahirap, yung walang hindi malakas. Samantala naman kaming mga mayor, mga general, mga cabinet members, your wave of, maski magdala ka ng isang toneladang diamante dyan, o brilyante, baliwala yan, sir. Well, that is the kind of government that really eats into the core of our essence as a Philippine. Sa panahon ko, it will be clean. Gano'n yan. Talagang Congress, sinabi ko sa kanila, ayaw ng tao per barrel. You go into it, ayaw ko kung anong mangyari. Do not tempt the gods. Kasi ako may droga, corruption. Do not, as far as I'd like to, gusto ko yung I operate within the law. Pero itong mga durugista, wala na. Itong corruption, paski saan? Lisensya, hanggang wala pa. Plate, wala pa. Bayad na yan, ha? 2 years ago, 3 years ago. Ano klase? Ang pobre magpunta ng clearance, magbigay pa. Tapos yung pabalik-balik, wala dyan ng chief of office. Kaya ko, dito sa executive department, hindi ko kasi kontrolado yung Congress pati judiciary. Dito sa akin, pag wala ka dyan sa opisina mo, I will just dismissal. Ano yung illegal, pahala na. Basta punta ka ng korte kung gusto mo. Kung wala ka lang dyan, I'm warning everybody. I'd repeat the warning tomorrow. Na kung binayaran ka for 8 hours, do not shortchange the Filipino. So kung magtrabaho ko lang dyan, karamihan na after lunch break, hindi na bumabalik. Panood ng sine, small. So ang bayad namin, good for 8 hours. Then you only report for 3 to 4 hours. That's swindling actually. You're swindling the Filipino people of their money. You are paid with a certain amount on certain hour. Kaya magtrabaho kayo. And apparently wala pa, pati itong contractualization. Itong mga kumpanya, sabi ni Secretary Bebot Bilio kanina sa ANC, he would be employing more men to inspect and see the records. Kung ganon, walang mangyari dito. We do not have the warm bodies to go there and check. And, it will result in corruption again. Balak ako dyan balak tayo. Sabihin lang papel, inspector, lagay mo lang dyan, tapos bigyan. So I cannot have it accurate because I know how this system operates. Matagal ako sa gobyerno isali mo, that's 40 years. Kasi pag kayong prosekuto ko, siguro 10 years. Tapos bulahin mga gano'n. Kaya ako bukas magdaan. Sundin ninyo ang batas na wala na ako ang inspeksyon o sarahan ko kayo. Mamili kayo. Wala nang inspeksyon. If there's a violation, I do not need to magsabi lang ang mga trabahante na hanggang ngayon, 5 months sila alit. Magkalitsihan na tayo. I do not care. Sabi ko nga, in this presidency, pinupusta ko and putting at stake. My honor, my life, and the presidency itself. I will have to use your camps. Kasi it's only the military was a vast reservation dito sa mga lupa-lupa. I'm just asking for about 1 hectare of your total, siramahan ko naman ng 5 buwan yan. I will build itong mga rehab kasi itong mga 3 million, babalik yan doon sa industries, magpo-hold up na naman, magpatay ng tao because they need the fix for the day. Nakita mo ngayon, medyo bumaba ang krimen kasi takot lahat. I'd like to remind you again that this is, hindi naman ako, ano nga ang commander-in-chief. Ako nga, pati ako nakatulala ng commander-in-chief. Mischievous ka. Ako, I will be with you, I will support you, at you will have everything that you would need to destroy the enemy. Yung si Kerry, nag-usap kami human rights. I have a job to do. Let us go to another topic. Give me money. Kasi, 32, iniwan siya, I give you $32 million. So, sabi ko kay Delvin Lorenzana, ano ang priority mo? Kasi maganda ang performance natin doon sa Sulu. But impressed ako sa nakuha natin. So, buy more. Bili ka pa ng marami. So, I have said my piece. Bari blow out ko na rin ito sa pagka-general ni Rolly, ha? Kasi general na yan siya. The orders were here. So, ito na lang ako, no? But from the time, I'd like to be with you. What?